let's talk about Secretary Clinton, and let's talk about some of Donald Trump's campaign promises. One of them was to appoint a special prosecutor to investigate Hillary Clinton. Is that going to happen?
We didn't discuss that last night, and he did not discuss that with Hillary Clinton on the phone.
But I mean, for voters who want to know whether or not there'll still be division or whether there'll be unity, that was one that was a real rallying cry for some of his supporters and a battle cry for him. And I think that this morning, Democrats obviously are waking up somewhat despondent, and they want to know what to expect. Do you expect that those sorts of investigations from Donald Trump will continue?
Well, on your point of we need unity, that was precisely the theme of Trump's victory speech last night, Allison. True. He went way out to make sure everybody heard him loudly and clearly that he will be the president for all Americans, and that includes many that did not vote for him and did not expect him to be their president. He also went a little bit farther. He said we need to heal and bind the wounds of a nation. Obviously, he's spoken to President Obama. Obviously, he's spoken to Secretary Clinton. They are two leaders that we would like to lean upon to help us do that. We certainly hope we can do that. And we certainly hope that a number of Democrats today feel the same way, and even the non-voters, people who don't really bother with the system.
Everybody loves the idea of moving forward and coming together as a country, of course. And what I hear you saying, unless you correct me if I'm wrong, is that he will not press ahead with any sort of investigation or prosecution of Hillary Clinton because that would not be in keeping with unity.
I have not discussed that with him, Allison, especially since he became the next president of the United States.